Well, Merry Christmas everyone. It's Boxing Day today, so hope you had a good one yesterday. I think it's day 103, I think. Last one I think it was 101, and so it's 2 days later, so it must be 103. It could be wrong. Whatever it's up there, I will get it right. Anyway, nothing much to report except tomorrow, the day after Boxing Day, and Thursday was being predicted to be 39, 38. Now they're knocking the second day, the Thursday, down to 34. It's nice 34 today, but it could be 40 tomorrow. I don't know. It depends on how the weather is. So we'll see. And of course, with such a drop from if we get a 40 and then we drop down to a 34, that drop in temperature, for every 10 degrees rise in temperature or fall in temperature, you either double or reduce the reaction rate. Double or halve the reaction rate, depends on whether you're up or down. Of course, depending on whether it's an exothermic or an endothermic reaction, of course, as well. Okay. What am I going to say? Yes, this one here is starting to sort of match these ones over here now. So with the breakdown products from the newspaper cellulose under there, and at that slant is coming up. I believe it's mixing with the nitrogen being fixed by the cyanofighter on the top going down, and so it combines, and we have the sorting out effect. Well, I assume it also applies to organics as well. So the combination comes to the surface, and as it comes to the surface, the roots make use of it. And so we're going to do some more experiments from a organic point of view and from an inorganic point of view. So I'm going to take this idea here and combine it with that one over there, and I'm going to take my egg idea, and I'm going to try a full egg, full universal surfactant combination, like 1-to-1 sort of thing. It's pretty outrageous, pretty far out there, but you never know if it's gets you where you want to go within a day or so of making it up, and you don't have to go out and buy yourself some peat. There's always eggs down at the shops. If you're on a farm, you've got eggs, if you've got chickens. So let's just do a bit of spot colouring for the aficionados out here. Boxing Day. Yeah, these traps keep closing every time we water them, whether the water's warm or the water's cold. So at least 2 extra days on that one there. Oh yeah, that's where we take the lens hood off, don't we? might help. And this one that John Noyan says isn't going to survive, well, putting out another leaf, so we'll keep it in mind as we head towards the 3rd week of February, when I probably will be frying an egg on the sidewalk and on the bonnet of my car, just for good measure. So things in here still making moves and things like that. So I think that's basically what it is. So that's why all this, things happen after you get this blooming of cyanophyte on the surface and that, because it's combining with the breakdown products from the newspaper cellulose and from the peat, of course, and other stuff, bark chips or whatever. And that probably implies why you have the double flush. You're flushing down the stuff and then it's coming back up in a combined form sort of thing. So some of these might actually survive, so we might be lucky. And these are certainly making a move. So when the old Ziggurette said it was all madness, well, maybe he was half right. There's a bit of method in the madness sort of thing. So these ones are starting to put out new ones, but I think we can do a lot better, fellas, now. I think I've got the idea of what's basically going on there, basically, and what's going on with the double flush. Basically, you're flushing down stuff that's then combining and coming back up, sort of thing. So flush down sort of thing, and we can actually chemically make that just by putting our eggs together with our surfactant, and it should, and then we'll take this one as well, and we'll add some nitrogen to that as well, as though it's come from the cyanophyte. Because if you notice how easily this one made the cyanophyte, this one here, put the cyanophyte on the surface, and it was very quick, very luxuriant, and then grew really well until we started having problems with the cyanophyte on the surface. So I think that's the idea. We've just got to grow the cyanophyta, basically. And so there's 2 avenues we can do. We can go from the mineral avenue, and we can go from the organic avenue of trying to do the combo of trying to make this combination between cellulosic breakdown products and our protein breakdown products that combine to make something that the plants like and use, sort of thing. So I think that's where we're heading, fellas, but we'll see how we go. And of course, the other angle is from the microbial point of view. How do we make the organisms that do all this grow better? Or ideally, I think is the word. How can we make them grow ideally? So let's go spot colour on this. And we'll see. So we are definitely getting pinking, and eventually we'll be getting reddening, I suppose. Yeah, I think that one's going to go, but that doesn't have any egg in it. So do you really need the egg? So it's just got, what do we got? Inoculant, polystyrene and a candle in there, basically. Oh, and a bit of meat just to get it going, sort of thing. So there's your nitrogen source, basically. So there's one there with alkaline, egg and candle, and I think basically it's turned it into a scrambled egg. It's got the colour of a scrambled egg, and we know that basically scrambled egg is not the way to go. You want cooked meat and an unscrambled egg. We found was the best combo to get the quickest and the most luxuriant the growth, sort of thing. So, but that one there over there with the combo between the chalk and the zinc oxide, that was very interesting. And we had one over there that had chalk too. So all this idea that they don't like calcium. So it could be true though. Could be with the idea that if you get the organism growing like this, then that's a negative. You want it to go to green because that's when it's fixing the nitrogen. I don't know. So, but previously we got the idea you really want to keep it in the red form, but that could be wrong, But we're going to, from this other experiments we're going to do, we're going to find out, which side of the coin we want to be on, sort of thing. So, anyway, so I'm going to be setting up another one there and another one there, probably a 1-to-1 egg surfactant one there, and probably another one of those ones down there, but with a bit of nitrogen source added to it to, in quotes, a minimal nitrogen source, I think. See how we go. So, anyway, we'll see how we go. Let's get the spot colour on this. And so far I put them in, and I think we're going to get some growth out of this one. Whether the sand's going to pink or not or go red, I don't know, but we'll see how we go. As I said, it hasn't really gone down much. It's pretty amazing, really, when you think about it. Whether we can actually get up to 4 bottles of surfactant if we put enough eggs in there, that would be pretty bloody fucking amazing if you put it into Australian parlance. But anyway, let's go back to here and go back to normal focus and move on down. So it's still alive. This one here is still alive. So we'll keep noting these ones as we go on further down the track, sort of thing. So I think this one's actually starting to make a move now, so that'll be good. Anyway, I think this one's starting to make a move now. We've got the cyanophyta, or what's purportedly cyanophyta, starting to grow on the surface. So there you go. You got the idea, the combo between the carbon sources and the nitrogen sources combining to make something that will actually make the plants grow. Probably in some form of sorting out effect, which takes in the idea or concept of the double flush. Yeah. Going down, combining and coming back up. Okay, anyway, I'll see how we go with some of these. If we can get to spot colour. And maybe take the... They're very pale though in the traps. Anyway,